welcome back to the channel, YouTube About Nothing. It's your boy AB, man, and I kind of want to introduce something, basically story time, story stuff, stories about my life and different things. And, I just wanted to, say some few things that are, about my life so you can get to know me a little bit. But this one is, as you may have read the title, is, a story about how I almost died. Well, well, what potentially could die, you know what I'm saying? Could have died during this time. But basically what had happened is it was a normal day, you know. I was how old was I? Was I 18? Was I 18? I would want to say 19. I'll just say 19. I think it was 19. It could have been 18, but I think it was when I was 19. But basically, what happened was, it was a normal day. You know, I went to work that day. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I worked at McDonald's. So, I worked that day. You know what I'm saying? It was a normal day. No, I did not work at McDonald's. I didn't. Not that time. It was a time where I was working at a food processing place. So I worked at a food processing place, and my job time started like at 5:30 to 6. So it was pretty early. I would have to get up real early and make sure I got enough sleep to get up and do my job. But you know, I went to work that day, and some days I would go home and and take a nap after that because like I said, it was early when I worked. It was real early, so sometimes I would go home and take a nap. But this particular time, I didn't. Um, I was with a girlfriend at the time, so what I did, I went to go chill with her. Um, which she lived not. She went real close. How far? I would say about 30 minutes. 30 minutes or a little bit more than 30 minutes away from where I live. So I went to go chill with her, and I think we might have ate out or something, and then went back over to her place for a little while. But make a long story short, um, I ended up um, getting tired or whatever because it was late. Later in the day, it was about close to 1 when I was about to leave. Like I think it was like 12 or 12:30 or something like that. When I was about to leave to go home, and I knew I was tired. I actually, took ended up taking a nap or falling asleep there at her house, and I was like, oh man, I gotta go home. And I knew I was tired, but I was determined to make it home because I I needed to get home, for the next day because next day it was in the middle of the week, so I had to work the next day. So I drove home and in and out, man, just in and out of dozing at the wheel, in and out. Tried to I tried to stay up like I try to different things, man. I try, what I'm saying? I try to turn up the music, you know what I'm saying? Or let the window down, make so I can feel the cold breeze on my face and stuff like that, just to keep me awake, you know what I'm saying? And it worked for a little bit, you know what I mean? I got close, you know, I was getting closer and closer home, but I know, man, I was in and out because if I don't know if it's in every city, but I know from where I'm from on the highway, if you're in what they maybe you would call it the slow lane. If you're in the slow lane and you veer over a little bit too much, you can potentially like run over the grooves in the street, and that kind of lets you know that you veered off too much. And I knew because I was on the highway and I felt that a couple of times. So I was like, man, I know I'm falling asleep. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get home. I need to hurry up. I need to hurry up. So I was still driving. I got off the highway fine. You know what I'm saying? I knew I had three more red lights to go until I got home. I got off. You know, it was cool on the first street, and I was like, man, I am tired in the mud, man. I'm like really tired, man. So I continued to drive. I ended up um, making it at the last light before I got to my house, and it was just a block, a block more. You know what I'm saying? It was like some railroad tracks and then another block, and I'll be home. You know what I'm saying? So I continued to drive, and then I don't know. It's just that I was almost home, and it was like I don't know what happened. It's just that this time when I fell, I just was out. I don't even remember. I don't even know when I was like. I remember going over the railroad tracks, but after that, I don't know. I don't remember when I went out. Fell out and fell asleep. But I fell asleep, and next to our house is a school. It's a school that's close to our house, and it's on the right side, so it's on the passenger side. So right before you get to this school, there's a guardrail, and then there's a bunch of trees and bushes right next to the school. And so what happened when I fell asleep? I hit the guardrail, but I veered off so much the guardrail didn't hit the passenger side. It hit the driver's side. It hit my side. So as soon as I hit the guardrail on my side, it woke me up. It woke me up, and I tried, man. Like I tried to stop the car when I hit the guardrail. I tried my best to stop it, but what had happened was I ended up pressing the brake. But the way if you have veered off in the grass or anything like that in a car, and it was a little wet too, like you can't really stop that car, especially if it's going in down an embankment and woods and trees and shit. You know what I'm saying? So let's go. Oh, yeah. Oh, I dropped the phone. My bad. But well, anyways, wait. I think it's outside. Busy now. Okay, all right. We back up. I dropped the phone. Shoot, and I ain't edited nothing. But let me finish the story. I went down the embankment, man. After I hit the guardrail, and I'm trying to stop. I'm hitting bushes and everything. Anything that's in my way, I'm hitting. And I'm like, man, I'm pressing the brake all the way down to the floor, trying to stop. But it ended up not stopping until I hit a tree. And when I hit the tree, but at the same time, it's so dark. I mean, these woods is so dark. I don't see nothing in front of me. Even though, well, this side the headlight didn't work anyway because I hit the guardrail. But this side the headlight worked, but I can't see nothing. It's like dark. You know what I'm saying? And I ended up hitting a tree. But when I hit the tree, I blacked out because I had to black out. I don't even know if I actually did, but I had to because I don't even remember. Like, I remember hitting the tree, but after that, I don't remember nothing. Like, all I remember is waking up and I woke up and there was, glass everywhere. They hit the windshield was pushed in. The rearview mirror was dangling in my face. There's glass everywhere. There's glass on me. Glass everywhere. The um, the airbags deployed. Smoke everywhere. I didn't know what the smoke was. I didn't know until I found out that's usually what happens after the airbag comes out. But smoke everywhere, man, and at this time my adrenaline is so up. Like, I didn't even look and see if I was injured or nothing. I was like, man, I just gotta get out of this car because I don't know what this smoke is for. I just need to get out. So I was I was wedged in between like trees, so it was really hard to get out. And plus, there was glass everywhere, so it was like real hard to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tried to, I tried to, I tried my best to, squeeze out, and I was able to get out the car. And I didn't even look at the car. Like, I got out. It was so dark. I was in the woods. I just knew to go this way because I know the school is that way. I don't even know what's ahead of me, but I just went that way. I was just going through these woods, man, dark than a mug. I ended up going. I ended up at the school, and I had to hop over the gate where they had it blocked off for cars. So I ended up hopping over that. But I was my adrenaline so up. I just, I got out, walked across the street to some houses, and called 911, told them what happened and everything. And I was just waiting. It was so weird because I had this accident, and you can't see where the car is from where I'm at. And the car was, down at the bottom in these woods. So, after I called them, I called my parents and told them the situation. My stepdad, he came and was waiting with me until the policeman came. I told them the story. They called the tow trucks out there, and they had to have two tow trucks to get my car out just because how where the car was. And it took them a while to get it out too, but you know, had to ended up paying that $500 for the deposit, and I it was nighttime, so I didn't really look how bad the car was. But the tow truck took us to the house, dropped the car off, and it wasn't until the next day I seen the car, and I was like, the car was it was totaled, but everything was the full front was pushed in, man, and I didn't I don't know if it was because I was young or what, man. It just seems like I should have. I should have prayed that night. I mean, I prayed. I didn't pray as much as I do now, but I didn't even think about it. I don't know if it was just because I was so tired. I don't know, but I was like, man, it was. it was crazy how bad the car was. It was like total, and I always think about it now, like, man, like, for me to get out of a wreck like that, and then you hear like certain stories about how people get in wrecks and hit trees and stuff like that, and sometimes being ejected out of the car after hitting a tree. Because I don't even think I was wearing the seatbelt. I don't think I was. I don't remember me having it on at that time. But after hearing stories like that and seeing the damage that was done to it, I'm like, man, I mean, I must had like a angel or something watching over me, because that situation was very bad. You know, it was very, very bad to the point of, like, man, I could have died from this situation. You know what I mean? Like, I was young, so the life that I live now is very different. I got a family now. I'm married now, and I always think about, like, man, I could have died from this situation. And I really thought, I really think I had an angel over me because of how bad the wreck was. It was bad, man, and I didn't have nothing but a whiplash. But I just think, God, that I got out of that situation, that I had an angel watching over, that people was praying over me for my safety that night, and I wasn't seriously injured or life taken. You know what I'm saying? And I think about it to this day, man. It always gets me, like, really thinking about it. You know, I always think about different scenarios and stuff like that. But I'm just happy that I'm here still. You know what I'm saying? And that's like one of the craziest, stories that happened to me in my life. And I just wanted to share it with you, and just to let you know, like, life can flash in front of your eyes, like, very quickly. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that happens, every day. And, I just want to let you guys know to, stay prayed up, you know, stay with it. Get your, life right. Have a relationship with God, man. And, stay on the right path, because, like I said, life can go in a flash, in a hurry. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's just one of my stories of, like, that I really could have died. You know what I'm saying? And I just want you, hear that story. Something that happened to my life. I'm gonna be doing a lot of stories like this, because there's a lot of stuff that don't happen. Some crazy stuff that people might not know they even know me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna continue to do these stories. So y'all just be on the lookout. And I got other things coming, so just be on the lookout for that. Please, please, please subscribe to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, please, 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 and I will continue to bring y'all things in the future. Um, saying that, next time, until next time, y'all stay prayed up. I'll see you.